Right, good morning my Steam It lovers. My name is West Country Clegg. Well, it's not. It's Craig. But everyone calls me Cleggy. So I nicknamed my channel West Country Clegg. I like to do a bit of metal detecting. And I'm out on my pedal bike looking for a new permission today. Let's go up one gear. We've got a hill coming up. Oh, oh. So, nice house. So I'm looking for new properties today. I'm from Wolverhampton, which is in the middle of the UK, the British Isles. And my family moved to Bristol, or near Bristol, when I was about 3. And I've lived around these parts all my life. I've worked on farms. Oh, I'm going to have to change down a few gears. This is a big steep one. Oh, I'm zipping round now. Right, so yeah, I've lived around these parts for quite a few years. I've worked on farms and worked for myself, worked in factories. I'm dyslexic, so I went to like a special school. So I left with no qualifications, so I was sort of like a farm hand to begin with. Whoa. And hope you're getting a good view. So I started gardening about 26, actually more like 30 years ago. Even though it's an electric bike, it still puffs you a bit. So I worked for myself doing gardening, and now all I do is mow lawns. And in the winter time, when I'm not, oh, go up again, when I'm not gardening, I go metal detecting like non-stop, 5 days a week. So I'm out today looking for some new permissions because I've got 1,000 acres, but it's getting a bit, the grass is midsummer like, and the grass is getting a bit long. So I've got to find some new permissions to go metal detecting on. Now I've seen the Steam It blockchain, and me thinks it looks like a good idea. And even though I went to a special school, I'm dyslexic, so I've got a bit of intelligence, unlike some people that comment on my YouTube channel. You know who you are. So I'm going to look into the old blockchain and the cryptocurrencies. It looks interesting, and I reckon I could figure that out. Oh, there's me lights. Blackbird RV. Oh, that's it, me lovers. I've got another permission off a landowner. Had a few horses on the fields and foals who said they could be dangerous. I thought, oh, great. Still, I'll have to avoid those fields, methinks. So what else can I tell you about me? Right, I was in the Territorial Army, in the Royal Corps Transport, the Royal Horse Artillery, the Royal Engineers and the Royal Logistic Corps. I got around a bit. And whilst I was in, I was headhunted for a very special regiment. Very special. Oh, I just looked at that farm down there, my lovers, and it was definitely a farm. And it looked like it had potential. Had a few cows in the fields. So I might have to look into that one. What I'm trying to do is get the person's name. It's better if you can get a name. So if I can find out what the name of the person who owns the farm is, it's an advantage. So I'll look into that later. Right, I can see another farm coming up, my lovers. Let's see if I can get a name on the gate. Got some cows in the field next door. Right, I got the name of that farm, my lovers. It was something like Branch Hill. Right, is the big old house down here I'd like to get into, but I'm not sure if I can because it's owned by a very rich, wealthy guy. Very rich. This guy's got billions. Oh, there's a squirrel. But if I could get in with him, he's got 33,000 hectares. That would keep me in metal detecting land for a while. A few years, maybe. Let's see if this bloke is here. He's a security officer. It's like Fort Knox, this place. I'm not sure I'll be able to get in here. Right, so what else about me? Nope, he's not there today. I started my own business after I left the TA. Started gardening, mowing lawns and trimming hedges, digging borders, that sort of thing. And now I've got myself a little trolley and I go door to door mowing lawns. The best thing I've ever done. I should have done it years ago. And in my spare time I go metal detecting. Oh, there's a bit of land there. Right, where shall I go next? I've tried one farm, but it said strictly by appointment only at the gate. So I didn't realise. So I felt there was a number, so I phoned them. So I'm waiting for a call back from them. The next farm I went to, he said yes, so that's all right. I've got another farm to do. Right, so I'm just driving around looking at properties to see if there's any sort of like ideal looking bits of land. There's another farm in there. The motor winds a bit, doesn't it? Well, that's it, me lovers. I've been to 2 farms now, and one farm, both farmers, one went in and the other one field I was looking at was long grass, so I gained 1 out of 4 farms I looked at, so it wasn't too bad. So what I'll do is I'll go out next Wednesday and I'll see if I can find some more farms to knock on the doors of. I like to gain as much information from the internet as possible, the name of the person, everything. Trying to, you know, make it sound as if I've done my research. And now I'm just zipping off down the lanes to see if there's any other interesting farms I could have a look at. Grass is nice and short in there. I remember looking at that house. That's what I need, short grass, my lovers. Oh, his horse is in there. It's a bumpy old road. all subsiding. It's like an earthquake. So had to go up the road. Ruts, got big ruts in a tarmac road. See where the car's been bottoming out on it. Oh dear. Right, methinks I'm going to go. Do I want to go that way or that way? I've got to find this farmer. I think I'll go this way. And he said he had another yard round here, so I'm going to just cruise round and look for this yard, my lovers. So it's mowed. Oh, ow. It's a clamp. Silage clamp, my lovers. Do you want to go and see a silage clamp? I'll show you a silage clamp. Oh. Oh, looks like they've already cut one bit of silage. There's the old clamp. And there's the brand new one ready to be unveiled for Christmas. Well, winter time anyway, when the cows need a bit of food. We've been chomping out the silage to feed the cows last winter, and there's a bit left. Right, let's see if I can find this farmer who I went to school with. He's got to be about here somewhere. He rents out big tractors and things, combine harvesters and those kinds of big vehicles. Come on, move! Move! When I was a young whippersnapper, I used to play up here. Oh, that's it, me lovers. I'm off down the pub for some jars of ale. So I've had a little bit of a bike ride today. And the next time you see me, I'll be doing something a bit different from normal. I'll be doing a village day. So I'll have all my finds from the village all laid out on a table. And I'll be showing all the villagers what I've been finding in their village. So that'll be soon. But anyway, I'm off down the pub for some jars of ale. Cheers!
Cold blows the wind on my true love, and gently drops the rain.